Hi there, welcome back. Jana Eats. We're here, gluten and dairy free cooking, and I'm pretty stoked. I'm gonna make a carrot cake. Who doesn't like carrot cake? Everybody likes carrot cake. So the carrot cake I'm making, instead of flour, we're using sweet potato. So I'm gonna jump right in and peel this tater. And I use an orange one, why not? As opposed to a white. Because it's carrot cake, people. Don't worry, there's carrot in here. So we're gonna peel up. This is a pretty big spud, as you can see. You get little dark spots off. Normally when I'm peeling a sweet potato, I have a pot of water nearby because they do oxidize pretty quickly. Okay, little rubbish bowl, as you can see, that always helps, right? So you're just going to take a sweet potato and we're going to chop it up and stick it into the food processor and grind it up till it's kind of like rice, right? I also took a couple carrots and I already grated them. You'll need about, I don't know, half a cup. There's a little more in there than half a cup. I just didn't want to throw away the extra, so it's going to go into the cake. So preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And the other thing you're going to need, what happened to that? Oh, here it is. You're going to do, this is an 8x8 square baking tin. It's got a removable bottom. I got it at Ross. I'm always buying gadgets. And then I sprayed it with coconut oil and then cut out some parchment to line it because I don't want that cake sticking, right? So I like to prep that early. Okay, let's process this sweet potato. And it makes pretty quick work of it. You can see from the overhead shot, you can see, you know, it's great. So we're gonna add a third, this is a third of a cup of coconut oil. And you're just gonna throw it right into the food processor. Coconut oil, just a little pointer. I buy this big vat at Costco. Gotta love Costco, it's organic. And then what I do is I've got a little jar. I love this blue jar. Don't you love this blue jar? I love it. I put some in the jar. It's just easier to deal with than sticking my hand in that big old vat, right? Then I get greasy up to my elbow. Don't worry, I rub it right in. It keeps my skin all soft. And then, so I put the oil in the measuring cup first, and then we'll put the honey. Now the honey will pour right out of this third cup. Why? Because it's already greased up. Check it out. And in you go. Much easier to deal with. Then a quarter cup of coconut flour. I buy my coconut flour in bulk. That way I don't have to buy a huge thing of it. A little bit goes a long way. It's going to be a half a teaspoon of sea salt. So there it is. Then again, I get my sea salt at Costco, right? You gotta love Costco. Largest purveyor, I think it's the largest purveyor of organic stuff, foodstuffs. Oh, oh yeah. Kyle, oh, I got it. This is aluminum-free baking soda from Bob's Red Mill, and I just take it out of the box and put it in here because it stays fresher. And I just cut off the label and that way when I look at it, I got it right through the viewing window. Oh, that rooster. So this chicken showed up in my yard after Madge, my beloved black hen, died, and he was black. And he showed up, and let's see, 1.5. I'm gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of, no, I'm gonna do 2. I like cinnamon. Anyway, this chicken shows up right after Madge dies, looking just like Madge, my chicken. And I'm like, holy cow, well guess what? Hear that cock-a-doodle-doo? He might have to leave soon, if you know what I mean. I'm feeling a chicken dinner coming on, my gosh. Anyway, so then he starts crowing, because he was a teenager when he got here, and then he found his voice, I guess, right? Anyway, so I did ginger, and I did cinnamon, and I'm gonna grate some, this is nutmeg. Nutmeg, if you can find this nutmeg with a grinder on it, definitely do it because it stays fresher. Just a little touch of nutmeg. We don't need much. Like that stuff, a little bit of that goes a long way. Okay, I think I've got most everything. Salt, tapioca. Oh, tapioca flour. Hello, Mojo. Tapioca flour. I'm going to do 1/4 cup of that. Then I can process it. Okay. I'm gonna move it just a bit. Okay. How hard is this? Not. Yummo. Look at that. Mm-hmm. So I'm putting in about 3/4 cup of ground carrot, and I like a lot of raisins, so I'm putting in a cup of raisins. I love them. And then, especially in carrot cake, and then I'm putting the batter into a bowl. So I can mix that nicely. Okay. Mix that up, and then we're going to put this into the oven for an hour. Into the cake pan that's been prepped. Okay, and just put that in there. Okay, we're back, and the cake came out beautifully. In 1 hour it was done. I tested it with a cake tester. The parchment trick, lining that pan, worked beautifully. It came right out. I had to cool it down and before adding the frosting. Frosting's been in the fridge. I think you need as much frosting as cake because I'm kind of a frosting girl. Oh, look, I was going to use my offset spatula and look like a really hot baker bitch type girl. Now, all I need is a spoon. Oh well, we'll have to do another episode where I can use my offset spatula to get the frosting on something. Oh, look at this. I know that Kyle is very stoked about this, aren't you, Kyle?
That's right.
Are you excited? Waiting with bated breath to see. Oh, look how nice. And I'm telling you, this frosting's delish. Okay, drum roll. Let me get a plate. Look at that. We'll do a close-up of this so you can see it looks just like carrot cake. OMG. Oh, come on, Jana, get a fork. Mmm. Oh my God. So darn delish. And I'm really glad I made some frosting. These would be good just as breakfast cupcakes. No frosting, right? Wow. Get in the kitchen, grind up some sweet potato, grate some carrot, and make yourself a cake. OMG, so delish. Thanks so much for tuning in. Come back again, see what other tasty treats I'm whipping up in the kitchen. See you next time. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it.